Oh, yes. The bell has rang. Here we go. This rascal. What's this rascal? Who's this rascal?
That's Trey.
Okay.
That's Trey. Zach is right here in front of us, and there, of course, is Wesley, who you consider
I gotta know the rascals.
Who you consider to be the greatest North American champion of all time, and saw all these superstars talking a little bit earlier tonight. And, you know, something that kind of struck me as we've thought about the Rascals in MSK, are you surprised that MSK picked up where they left off? That being Wentz and Lee.
I must say, I didn't know a whole lot about the Rascals, but I must say they are a hell of a tag team. And more importantly, they got Wesley back on the right track. His headspace is in the right space right now, so I'm loving that more than anything.
And I'll throw Trey in there as well. You know, same we said for the Rascals, 4 years removed, back on the same page as you talked about in the high-flying action, already starting the quickness, and that is what has brought NXT to trend #1 right now with this massive and what a drop kick right on the button, or as you would say, the schnout.
No, this guy right here, Axum, is definitely one of the best that we've seen in the business now, tagging up with Nathan Frazer. A very, very unique tag team, one of the best that we've seen here. Oh, we got speed. We got speed.
Moves like a blur, strikes like a cobra, and it's Frazer and Axum who came together this year after years of battling one another. Look what it's done. Go! Brought them the tag team gold here in NXT.
That's what it's all about, Vic. You know, competing on the highest level. These two found themselves looking for something, and this is it. One of the best tag teams we've seen here in NXT in a long, long time.
Quick cover and an even quicker kick out. And I go back to earlier, too. I don't know why Frazer was so stunned by Axum, who made that big announcement that he's going to be on WWE Speed as a tag.
You know, like I say, Vic, you see your partner trying to step out a little bit, but I still think they're on the same page. I still think they're on the same page.
I don't even know if it was legal, because this is moving too quick. And I believe it's Wesley, all three Rascals in the ring.
Octane, man. Here we go.
One thing I don't hear what you just said about partners. It was Nathan Frazer who did the same thing to Axum. It's Axum who's following in Frazer's footsteps.
No, like I said, man, what's good for the goose, right? It's about trying to step up to the next level, Vic. It's about trying to take your team to the next level, pushing each other to that next level. Here we go.
And there is Brian Evans, and he's back in the main event, testing himself here once again.
Play with him, young OG. This is the greatest North American champion in the history of NXT.
That boy getting back, like you said, and right now, mocking the Rascals. Evans' speed is on display, and he is staying step for step, tick for tack with the Rascals.
He is stepping up right here, Vic. This is a step back for this young man, the young OG. I love it.
You know, we start thinking about the Great American Bash. A victory in this main event for any of these two teams could open the door to be part of the Great American Bash, the 2-week TV special, which of course starts again next week live on Sci-Fi.
Talking about the young OG right here. This match right here is going to test the IQ of this young man. This is a great spot for this young man, Javon Evans. I love it. I love it, man.
Take a look around the ring too, Booker, and talk about high octane. Oh. These six are like the high-flying all-stars of NXT.
You can tell this young man wants.
Oh,
wow.
Roundhouse.
He wanted it all right.
Wesley, just like that, turning things right back around for himself and his team. And Evans is in the wrong part of town, and he is not going to like what he sees, because he's in the neighborhood. He's in the Rascals treehouse right now.
You talk about getting back together after 4 years and not missing a beat, Vic. Oh, wow. Did you see that?
I'll see it again here with Frazer turning right back around, wiping out Wesley. Oh, how did Miguel bounce right back up? Like a rubber band.
These Rascals, man.
Like a rubber band, he just snapped right back. And Wentz now looking around, realizing he's the only one standing. Well, not anymore. Inside cradle, and a
oh,
kick.
Man.
What a matchup. What speed. What agility. What high flying by the young OG.
Wow.
Not to be outdone. Wentz laying out the field.
Sticks the landing as well.
This six-man main event tag team match is going to continue. Don't blink. You'll miss everything. Back live on NXT, a high high-flying, fast-paced, six-man tag team main event. And right now it is the Rascals who have been in control, and as you saw throughout the commercial break, have now grounded the young OG because he was flying earlier, as was Zachary Wentz, who was able to wipe out the field and take control of this match for the Rascals. But did you hear that comment that was made earlier that MSK has never lost the NXT Tag Team titles? One, it's a fact, and I mean, two, that has to bother Wentz and Wesley.
Definitely may bother them just a little bit. And Wesley no longer in that North American title picture is going to need something to motivate him just a little bit. That could be it, Vic.
Oh, the young OG rolling through the high cross body, and now he's controlling the body of Wentz, and a big slam, making the tag. In comes Frazier.
Young OG just showed a little strength, a little power there.
Referee, get out of the way.
Whoa!
Look how fast Frazier is standing. Standing shooting star almost brought the victory home for the trio on the far side of the ring. Take another look. The height. Actually, we made the announcement he'll be part of WWE Speed coming up.
Talking about speed, this is it.
Now, you ain't lying. Firmly focused on WWE Speed, but also being one half of the tag team champions, and maybe having to get back to the drawing board a little bit. But into Axiom put it worked for Frazier, it worked for Axiom. Axiom was the one questioning it before. It worked for the tag team champions. They still have gold around their waist.
Nothing like being double champion, Vic. There's nothing like it. I've been to the top a few times in my career. Trust me, I'm talking about, hey champ, what do you need? What do you need? That's what it's all about, man.
All right, now Wentz needs a little bit of help because he just got bodied and brought down, and a nice submission, a sleeper hold applied by Axiom, who is a master of the submission holds. But Wentz able to hyperextend that elbow for a moment, a little bit of separation, but not enough to break away. Tag was made. Frazier is legal. Big kick to the face. Half and half, turning Wentz inside out. Young OG's legal. Triple super kick. Wentz's body buckled.
Here we go.
And the Rascals got in because Axiom was playing defense, but Wentz able to kick out.
It's so cool for this young man, the young OG, to sit under the learning tree of Axiom and Nathan Frazier here tonight.
And to that point, now take a look at the young OG, that being Javon Evans, putting in a submission, putting in work. He has gotten a quick education, as you put it, from the tag team champions.
That's what I mean. You look at Axiom, look at Nathan Frazier. These guys can go up top. They can wrestle with you. They're more of a hybrid than anything. That's why I say Javon Evans can only learn from this situation.
Oh, Wentz, this is Wentz's opportunity. Created some separation, but not enough again to make a tag, and right back goes Axiom to an ankle lock this time. It pulls Wentz back. Wentz, though, oh no!
Whoa!
Into the turnbuckle.
Can't
Tag
wait.
is made. Big knee under the jaw.
God, man.
Frazier unsure where he's at. Wentz trying to crawl, and you know what? If Wentz would have fallen another half-inch up, he would have fallen into a cover, but instead some tags were made, and it's now Lee, it's now Evans.
That man, Wesley.
And the pace quickening. Wesley looking for the double stomp, nobody home, coming right back, nice block, now goes to the body. Now starting to kick, looking for a nice combination offense, flipping in, nice drop kick to the shoulder blade.
Young OG's never seen anything like this right here before, Vic.
He hasn't felt it either as Lee coming right around, right in. Kick under the jaw one more time. Evans is probably only standing because the turnbuckles are there as Trey made the tag. And I don't know if you heard Trey. He said, get Axiom. He saw exactly what was happening, called the action, called the shot, and the Rascals are rolling.
Great tag team action. Got to be one step ahead of your opponents right now. Look at the Rascals. Rascals right now trying to take it to the young OG. Here we go. Oh, beautiful tag right there. Didn't see it coming. Totally unexpected.
Rascals now continuing to roll.
Man.
It's Miguel who's in control. Makes the tag. In comes Wentz now.
No. Double tag. Here comes this young man, Wesley, looking to do some kind of another trifecta. Looking to finish. Oh, my God.
You gotta be kidding me. Into the cover. Oh, another near fall.
Not enough to beat the tag team champions. Not enough to keep Nathan Frazier down.
Unbelievable. Take another look at the Rascals innovation.
Very innovative, Vic.
And Wesley and the rest of the Rascals have been in control of this matchup. Nathan Frazier right now trying to counter, and he certainly did. Made the tag. Evans is legal. Trey tagging himself in, and he came right across and got caught.
Young OG's so comfortable up top like that. You got to watch this young man. He's special. He's very special.
Lee swinging wildly. Evans didn't miss. Caught Lee. Bodies sprawled out all over. This main event has answered the hype. We all knew this was going to be special. We all knew this was going to be high flying. But what a counter by Evans! These six are answering everything we talked about. We told you this was going to be high octane, and it certainly has been.
Young OG is stepping up, Vic. I talked about that IQ. Showing me a whole lot here tonight, Vic. Can he get the victory for his team?
And then IQ again on display as a tag was made. Frazier legal, now Axiom's tagged in. Axiom's a legal superstar, and we've seen this in the past. This is how the duos won the titles. First, Spanish Fly.
Oh my God.
Second, Phoenix Splash. They hit both, add them up. Axiom's legal, and somehow the Rascals folding up everybody's bodies like some accordions to continue this match.
That was a 7-10 split right there, Vic.
What a main event this has been between these six superstars. 4 from NXT, 2 TNA wrestlers. Wesley floating right in, wiping out Frazier. Wesley somehow back to his feet, but so is the young OG. Big roundhouse kick connects, drops Lee. Wentz coming in. Wentz flying with a counter of his own right. Just spiked Evans.
It's going to come down to who's in the right place at the right time here tonight, man.
It's not going to come down to who's got more skill. It's going to come down to who's got more will. Big forearm by Axiom, and now this has turned into a slugfest. So I ask you, Booker, who does it favor?
No, it's hard to say, Vic, because both of these teams are so similar to each other right now.
Lee going up, going over, trying to get the shoulders down.
Here we go.
Oh, this
Here we go.
Bam! Axiom's laid out. Double stomp. His partners, that being Axiom's taken out. Tag was made. We've seen this on NXT.
Smell it.
Come get you some. Wentz is legal. Lee taking out everybody. Wentz has pinned 1/2 of the tag team champions.
Wow. Here